I'm going after Flane and Sethith. So, just a heads up. When I started recording this, I was already just waiting about 10 minutes, at Walmart. It's not big much of a big deal, I get it. Especially when it's like during the later evening, they're getting ready to close. Well, not really, there was still like 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours till closing. But yeah, I was like, you know what? Let's try my luck at Walmart. Let's just try to roll and see my luck. And coincidentally, there's two characters here that I really like. So I took my chances. And as you will later find out, my luck was not so well. Edit out some of the rolls, but I just didn't see a reason to, because, this is literally my wait time. The only thing I really had to tweak out was when I paused, because I saw an employee, you know? So this batch has 3 blues and 2 reds, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna give it a go. Let's give it a try, and, just my luck. And as unfortunately as you will find out, no. The luck was not with me at all. I mean, it gave me a Ferdinand. Sure. Yay. I'm not, Again, with the pause, I thought there was an employee, just walked by, completely different. I was like, hey. He's like, no. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna resume. And then we get a Donald, so yeah. So this batch has 2 whites, so I was like, you know what? Let's go for Flame, let's see what happens. And again, no dice. I really think the luck wasn't with me, or it was just my mistake to roll at Walmart. But again, what else was I to do? I could have logged on to Dragalia, done something similar. I could have just stood there, which I was actually. I had a bunch of stuff in my hands because I wasn't intending to go in for more things. But here I was with a bunch of stuff on one hand, my phone on the other, and just standing and, waiting around. Okay, so here we're getting a 4-star Sethith, which is kind of what I wanted. I mean, it's a 4-star, it's still the unit I wanted, but again, 5-star would have been cooler, so. But hey, I got him. It's considered a victory. And then here we've got green and red, and I'm just like, okay, now what? So I technically want white and blue. And I guess since I'm still waiting, I was like, well, fine. We'll just go and clear some. I'll make some combat manuals. I did end up sending them home after. It's just, I did end up sending them home later, but like in the moment, I'm like I said, I'm waiting in the aisle. And again, we've already probably pushed the button several times. And by this point, there was another customer waiting with me. He wanted the same item, not the same item, but a similar item. It was just a filter for a car. It was behind the glass. So we'd been pushing the button now. So I was like, we're just talking, just conversing about what we need. And I think at this point, he already knew what he wanted. So we'd just been conversing, you know, casual stuff like, oh, how long have you been here? I was like, oh, a little over 10 minutes now. And probably now that I'm looking at the time, apparently it's been more than 10 minutes. But again, I've been through worse. My guildies know that I will sit through traffic like a lunatic. And if you think it's by choice, think again. So, okay. Here we go again, and we're gonna try some more again. Okay, this batch was pretty cool. There was like 4 out of 5 chances, you know, to get what I wanted, but again, I'm gonna spoil it for you. 3-star. I really should have just not done this, but again, what else was there to do? I didn't have my iPad on me, so I couldn't just like, sit on my iPad and start doing work on my Apple Pencil or drawing or whatever. So again, cool. And then again, the little pause because the other guy's like, hey, there's an employee. And he runs after him. And I was like, cool, maybe we've got someone. And then he comes back midway through this entire batch. He's like, no, that guy wasn't for us. So here we are again, just pushing the button again. And here I am, still rolling. So you probably noticed the pause again, and again, another employee walked by, and we actually stopped him, and he looks at us like, yeah, what do you guys need help with? It's like, oh, we need help with this. And he's like, well, I'm busy with a customer, but let me go grab some from this department. So he rushed off, and that's when I just said, well, I'm going to continue the roll batch because, you know, we're still here. and now this next batch is interesting. There's 3 blues. I think, no, I'm sorry. 2 blues, 1 white. So, it's pretty good, but again, my roll RNG wasn't good. Probably because of where I was rolling, you know. Maybe just standing to the wrong side. Maybe it's just because I was in Walmart in general, you know. I like Walmart, don't get me wrong. Okay, so I couldn't skip this part because it was like a new character, I believe. Yeah. So, first time I got her. And now you're going to notice this pause, and I'm also going to like fast forward. And somebody actually came, but it wasn't for us. It was just somebody walking past us, and it was another employee. So I was like, well, I'm going to go grab some orbs from my item claim because I don't really roll as much. At least as much as I think I do, you know. So again, blasphemy. We were told, hey, it didn't happen. I was like, oh, okay. Now this one was interesting. It was three white orbs, so I had 3 chances to get flying. But again, my luck just isn't with me. Yeah, at all. By now, you've probably noticed I'm almost at 40 out of 40, which is really sad because during either most of my roles. I get pretty lucky when it comes to a 5-star by now. Whether it's the one I want, it's the second choice, pretty much. But this time around, my luck was just bad. Just not in my favor. Sure, I got the 4-star, but like, let's face it, what we're here for is the 5-star, right? Yeah, unless you're rolling for young Marth, and then you're like, I'm gonna take all the 4-stars and I'm gonna plus 10 merge them. Oh, and did I mention by this point, like at some point, a third person had started waiting with us too to get an employee to come help, and he also needed a part behind the glass wall. So now all three of us are back here. And mind you, we're all taking turns. That's why the pause that you'll see here, we're just taking turns pushing the button, asking an employee to, hey, are you here for us? And I think at this point, we had an employee who would eventually come up to us who had already phoned for someone to help. And he's like, you guys are still here? It's like, well, yeah, we're still here. And he offered to help us, but unfortunately, he didn't have the keys for that particular cage. So it sounds like the store had more than, different keys. Oh, and by the way, we're at 40 out of 40. So, uh, so here I am picking my character because, sad days. Right after this, somebody comes after lunch, and this isn't even her department. She's from the other side of the store. She's like, I was at lunch. I kept hearing on the radio that they kept calling for this department. There's three of us just standing there. She's like, well, here we go. What do you guys need? I'm going to help you guys out. And yeah, that is, legit what happened. And am I mad about the experience? No. My RNG. Yes, I'm totally, totally, totally upset. But I got what I needed from the store thanks to the associate who was kind enough to come and help us out. All three of us, too. Like, I told you, standing there. It's like the equivalent of standing through traffic. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.